Okay. Good evening. Okay. So, welcome. If you're having problems with the link, please go to our Facebook page. Okay. And you can click on the link and tell your friends. Because we've basically made the link available on a number of sites. So we've got um, it's also on YouTube, it's on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn. So wherever you are, just go. Probably the quickest way is to go to the International House Cairo Facebook page. All righty. So please join us from there. All right. For those of you I can already see, good evening and welcome. Tonight's focus is on writing skills. So I can see some names: Iman, Leila, Summer. No, here's one I can't even pronounce. Oh, hi, Maggie. Baha and Abu Aweda. Abu Aweda. Excuse my pronunciation. Yes, sir. Okay, lovely. So you see lots of people coming in. All right, that's wonderful. Okay, so yes, it's also available on YouTube. So if you see IH Cairo events, you'll see it there. So hopefully this time you should find it easier to access. All righty. So you can join in the chat as we go. So without further ado, let's get going. For this, it's probably a good idea to have a pen and paper because it is a writing session, not a typing session. All right. So if you remember those old-fashioned devices called a pen and a piece of paper, I know that's a bit old hat nowadays, but still important as important as ever. So keep one of those handy. Before I forget, Amanda won't be with us this evening because she's otherwise engaged. She has some work to do, so she was unable to attend, but hopefully she'll be with us on the next one. All right, so our next slide, please, John. Right, so have a look at the picture. Are the sessions recorded? You can see them again, basically. I think you can watch them afterwards. So if you're using that as an excuse not to, so you can sleep, not a good idea. Because they come and go. All righty. So try and participate as much as you can. All right. Better to participate in case something goes wrong. So I'm just covering you. All right. So can you tell me what you can see in the picture, please? Okay. So have a good look at the picture. I hope you can see it clearly. Thank you, Ahmed. Bless you. Hi, Nadia. Oh, hi, Ahmed. Yes. That's what I'm recognizing some Celta babies. Yes. And Amira, lovely. So when you have noticed certain things in the picture, just type them in the box, please. It's a picture with quite a lot of food in it, isn't it? So what kinds of things can you see in the picture? It is a picture, it's not a statue. Good. Can you tell us the kinds of fruits you can see? Can you be specific? Actually name the fruit. Hi, Isra. And the same to you. Ah, good. What kind of berries? Are they berries or cherries? Ah, very good. Yes. Okay. Please don't just say fruit and vegetables or fruit and veggies. You need to say the exact ones, please. Okay. Ah, well done. Summer said, yeah. Good. No, we're not asking for that. Oh, raspberries. Maybe. Okay. I couldn't see them. I think there are grapes and plums. Well done, Salma. We're not asking about the portrait. No, it's not Queen Mary. Yeah. Just tell us the food. Because there's quite a lot of fruit in this picture. Oh, can you see garlic? Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe, yeah. Okay. Yep. Can you see any other fruit? Sorry, the background of the picture is quite dark, isn't it? Ah, somebody said eggplants, aubergines. I can't see those, but maybe your eyesight's better than mine, which is very possible. Very nice indeed. Keep going. Maybe, yes. I'm not sure about a guava, but it could be. I think there's an apple in there or a pear. Yes. Well done. Yeah. Well done, Hassan. I think it was painted in Italy, so I'm not sure if they have guavas, but you never know. Ah, somebody says strawberries. Yeah. I'll have a closer look at that. Not sure. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Ah, well done. Yes, there are cherries. Yes. Very good indeed. Yes, absolutely. Oh, very good. Yes. Well done, Salma. Ah, Maggie, nice one. Yes. Thank you, Ahmed, for the bananas and the cabbage, Iman. Yes. Wounded woman. Artichoke. Yes. I think there's an artichoke at the back, Maggie. Nice one. Very nice indeed. Yes, I think that's a peach. Yes. Lovely. Wonderful. All right. Um, well, as they come to mind, keep throwing them in. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so now we've got all these words. Very well done. Is somebody having problems with the connection? Iman says the live session keeps loading. Is it buffering or something? Are you trying to, Iman, are you trying to do it from the Facebook page? Yeah, Summer, maybe, what's it? Yeah. Well, I mean, very nice, yes. So that's not where we're coming from, but you see, because you're more intelligent than I am, but very nice idea. Well, you've actually created another wonderful writing task, which is great. Ah, Rehab, hello. Okay, all righty. Iman, I think you might need to double check your own connection because your profile looks a bit light. It looks like it's not loading easily. Yes, I think there might be some cabbage, and I think there's an artichoke. Very well done. All righty. What about the colours of these fruits? These items of these fruits, as we can say. Oh, parsley. Yes, please. I like parsley. Very nice. Ah, well done. Alhamdulillah. Great, Iman. Great. Great. Okay. So, what about colours? What colours can you see? Ah, now that's a shade, isn't it? So pale is a shade. It's not a color because you can have pale blue, pale pink, and so on, pale green. So you need to try to give us specific colors. What colors you can see. I'm sure there's some green in there. Oh yes, very good. All right, nice summer. Yes, very nice indeed. Mm-mm. So colors of the food, the actual fruits themselves. Yes. Very nice indeed. Oh, yeah, Maggie, nice. Nice vocabulary coming in there. Very good indeed. Yes, Summer, well done. And Salma, yeah, absolutely. Mm-mm. Woohoo, they're flying in now. Excellent. Thank you, Ibrahim. Yes, great. Okay, great. Well done, everybody. Nice work indeed. All righty. Uh, oh, that's nice. White, yes. Nobody had mentioned white. Very, very good indeed. Oh, they're flying in, flying in. Oh, peachy pink. Woohoo! Intishatura. Very nice. Thank you, Nejwa. Yes. All right. And we have, hang on, I can't read this name. Suaz Muhammad. This is a lady's name. Tell me how, I think I'm mispronouncing it horribly. Apologies. Apologies in advance. All righty. Sorry, water supplies. Okie doke. As you know, we're always rushing in these sessions. So, John, can you go to the next slide and the next slide, please? Just skip a couple. Yes, great. Okay. So this is our sort of lead-in activity. We brainstormed some food, types of food. In this case, it was mostly fruit. All right. I think some of you missed the pineapple. I think there was some spaghetti in there as well, but there were all kinds of weird foods in there. Obviously, in class, you'd have this as a much bigger image so that you could all see it more clearly. So what we do then with these items, of food, is create a table so the students can start forming sentences. And of course, your sentences can be as complex or as simple as you want them to be, because that will be according to the linguistic level of your class. All right. So you're the only one that can decide how long those sentences should be. Maybe they should be short sentences like, I like oranges. Stop. I don't like oranges. You could be doing this to practice likes, dislikes. So you've got grammar and writing practice combined. You can have things that they chose. So we've got I chose an apple because it's green or because it's yummy. And notice that we've done a bit of color coding. So we've got, they, because if we're talking about grapes, we have to say they. Okay, we can't say it. So I like grapes because they are tasty. All right. Nice, very nice, Najwa. Yes, exactly. All right. So now we're helping students build up very simple sentences. Yeah. So we can bless you. Thank you very much, Summer. So that's where we're coming from. And you'll see during the session, we start from the word level. All righty. So that's where we're going. All right. So now I'll just come back a bit. John, can you come back one slide, please? The next one. I think there's one missing in between. Yes. Okay. Obviously, in class, we would scaffold this far more effectively. Have the picture, get to elicit vocabulary from the students, and then maybe we could label the picture. I mean, you can do this with your interactive whiteboard. You could do this by having word cards that you slap, on the board, on the tables, on the walls. This all depends on your classroom. Personally, because remember, I'm old, so I started teaching when we didn't have amazing interactive whiteboards and things like this, which are great. But sometimes it's nice just to have the picture either on the tables or on the walls and give the students word cards and they just stick them on the picture, and then it's more interactive and more active. Okay. And then we go to the categorizing part, which will be the next slide again, please, John. Okay. So we put them into a table and we helped the students build sentences. As I said, these can be as complicated or as simple as you want them to be. So this is what I want you to think about just for a moment or two. So if you'd like to answer the first question, this is a very simple writing task. So was it enjoyable or engaging? Would it be from the student's perspective? So would this work with the students? Oh, good. Age group, some of you have said, yeah, okay. I like that. Of course it is. Thank you so much for your kind words on this. I mean, it's very simple. We're using a work of art. The artist is called, I can never pronounce it right, Archimboldo. Um, a minute. I always write it down because I forget. He's an Italian painter. Of course, this is from way back when. It's an old but gold. Archimboldo, yes, Archimboldo. He was famous for painting strange things. Good. Actually, yes. I mean, you can use this. Of course, it's a sentence building device because we have to start from the words and then we have to go to the sentence level and then we go to the text level. So here you could stop at the word level and just, brainstorm the vocabulary, and then you could start them onto the sentence level depending on time and linguistic level. But yes, very wise. And yes, Sra, well done. Scaffolded, because if you have the little table, now the students can build on the sentences. Now, some of you have said it's suitable for younger kids and lower levels, but Amira has very wisely noticed you could do this with teenagers. You just write more complicated sentences. Okay, so well noted, Amira. I mean, you are all right. There is no right or wrong answer to this because there are many answers. So yes, you could use them for a grammar practice. I wouldn't say free, but let's go semi-controlled because we provided the scaffolding, so they just adapt it. So it'll be more semi-controlled than free, but very good. Yeah, absolutely, Ibrahim. Very nice reasons. Um, and it can, teenagers could do this. You just, as I say, it depends on you can change the photos. I mean, you don't have to use this picture. Art is actually very useful for bringing out, for developing writing tasks because they're quite engaging. Well, this is it. And as you say, Summer, the students aren't ready for a paragraph. See, a text is the last thing. Before we get to text, we need to start with word activities. We need to start with sentence activities. And then our very last point is the text stage. So well done. Yes, you can adapt it. So well noticed indeed. All righty. So let me just check what we're going to do next because I've got lots of things behind me. So I have to remember to pick them up. All righty. Okay, so John, can you move me to the next slide, please? So this is the general aim of the session, to start from, the word level, from the ideas to the text. And obviously, I'm just going to show you a few ideas and you decide how useful they will be. All righty. Okay. So next slide, please. All righty. So things to think about. Well, yes, Ahmed, that's a good question, isn't it? I mean, this all depends on how much writing you're doing at school, because schools vary enormously in terms of their writing lessons. Um, I mean, there's no particular age for writing a paragraph. It's about their linguistic level. You know, how, how if successful are they at the moment at writing sentences? Because if they're not comfortable writing sentences easily, we can't move to the paragraph. All right. So they've got to get those basics out of the way. You've got to be able to, have your words. You need to be able to put your words into sentences, building blocks, ordering activities, and then you get to the text level. So there isn't one answer to that. This will depend very much on how many hours of English you're doing at your school. So, I mean, at a push, I would say that your students probably can't write paragraphs for the most part until they're about 9 or 10. However, if the students are going to an international school and they're doing zillions of hours of English, they might be able to do it when they're 8 or 7. So that's why I'm saying there isn't one answer to this, because it depends on your school. But the most important thing is, I will say this, is don't push the children to write paragraphs too early. If they can't write sentences comfortably, they are not ready to go to the next stage. However, you will see a bit later, we'll show them how to scaffold the writing task, because it's productive skills, isn't it? Speaking and writing, we must provide scaffolding. We have to provide support. Okay, because if we don't provide support, everything comes tumbling down, and of course we don't want that. All right, so I'm not going to read all of this. You're perfectly capable of reading for yourselves. But the things that we need to bear in mind, because a lot of us are teaching Arabic speaking students. Okay, obviously writing direction. So we've got to go from right to left. Now we've got to go left to right. So we've got to deal with that problem. And students are still going to mix that that situation for quite a while. It'll come and go. But even more basic, we have to go back to, fine and gross motor skills, don't we? So holding your pen. So we've got to go from, I just dropped my pen. I will use my iPencil instead. So small children, these are gross motor skills, aren't they? So they hold their pens and pencils like that. So what we're trying to do before they can write effectively is we need to get to this. These are fine motor skills. All right. So the children need practice in developing the fine motor skills so that they can start to write, to print, and so on. And of course, you can do that by doing lots of exercises. Well, it's a very good point, Ahmed, because every class you teach is going to be mixed ability. So we have to maybe I think it's quite a lot to ask. I mean, when you say little children, how old are they? Because it's a very important point, isn't it? I mean, probably a lot of little children can't write a paragraph. I mean, the other thing to remember is, can they write a paragraph in Arabic? Ah, okay. So they should. Okay, so they're not too little. They. Okay, they're kids, but they're not little children. Okay, so this is the age when they should be able to start. So we need activities to be scaffolded. Okay, we're going to come to that. All right. So it's a very good question. So we need to scaffold the task. All righty. So we've got to keep practicing, shapes and everything. So when we get to this age, let's go. Next slide, please, John. Okay. Can you go back for me, John, please? Uh, just remembered where to start. Okay. So coming back to word level. We can have, oh, as you can see, I'm a great artist. Believe it or not, this is an ice cream. Okay. So excuse me because of the screen. And for our word activity, we are describing ice cream. So we've got the words written down. Oh, and they've just fallen down. There we go. I'll show you the page. So our little ice cream booklet or ice cream poster. So we have some words stuck here. So we've got things like chocolate, cone, because you have an ice cream cone, cold. Sorry, because I know it doesn't show entirely on the screen, so I'll say them to you. Yummy. And depending on the age group, you can have more interesting words like slurp. Okay, because that's what you do when you eat ice cream, don't you? These are the words you need to teach kids, onomatopoeic words that they'll remember. So, and things like tingle when you eat something very cold. It tingles, doesn't it? There you go. Thank you, Ibrahim. It won't be the best ice cream you've ever seen, but you get the idea. All right. It's about sort of, as I say, it's quite long. So excuse me that it doesn't show so well on the screen, but it's just making a poster. All right. So word posters. Start getting kids to make word posters. They can do this in class. You can do this for homework. All righty. You can even do things like shape poems. Okay. You can see I have an apple. All right. And this way, they're just using words to describe the apple. Okay. If you can't read them, to help the students build up a little sentence, I've got apples are, and they have to say, in this one, they've got sweet, crisp, crunchy. So what other words could you have to describe an apple? feel free. Put your ideas in the chat box if you've got any other words to describe apples, eating an apple. Anything comes to mind, feel free to add your ideas. Okay. Let's see. Ah, yes. Can you give us some examples? So, Lubna, thank you, and Yasa, very nice. They are juicy, healthy, red. Because if my piece of paper was red, I could have red, couldn't I? Yeah, absolutely. Nice. Yes, Maggie. Yeah. Well noticed, Ibrahim. Onomatopoeic words always are memorable. You know, things like crispy, crunchy. Crunchy sounds like, doesn't it? When you're eating an apple, you can't eat an apple quietly. Yani مش ممكن. It would be really weird to eat an apple quietly, unless the apple is so soft it's like cotton wool and disgusting. Ah, nice, Nejwa. Yes, yes, very nice indeed. Good. All right. So this is starting at word level. All right. We're making poems, but then we're not Shakespeare. We're just doing it at a level that students can do it. Yeah. So that's a very basic one. I've got another one. Oh yeah, we've got delicious. Oh yes, nice one, both of you, Yasa and Salma. Very good indeed. Hold on, I've got some more apples. We've got delicious, crispy, sweet. Okay, uh, that's the same. Hold on, I've got different sizes. Ah yes. And things like this can then take us to the sentence level. All right. So again, we're scaffolded. So we start with our words, okay, and then we can start helping students to build sentences. So in this case, we've got apples are colon crispy sweet blah 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 blah. Oh, sorry, the realia has turned up. Excuse me. Thank you. All righty. We've got uh yummy, juicy, crispy. I like apples. Okay. Um, Now, again, if we're getting a bit more sophisticated in linguistic terms, we've got, sorry, these apples get bashed around a bit. So we've got crisp, juicy, sweet, but sour, because if you're eating a green apple, it makes my tongue tingle. All righty. So shape poems are a very good way of taking students from the word level to the sentence level. Excuse me. Sorry, I have visitors. Here's one. Thank you. Go. My house is a cat hotel this week. Right. Do not kill my materials. Okay. So just a few things to start you off. Okay. So making big books, making posters, making shape poems, this can take us to the sentence level. All righty. Now, let's go to our next slide. Can we? Thank you, John. Keep going from there, please. All right. So, yes, Nejwa, you just wrote something very good. Yes, add some adjectives to help them. Absolutely. As you've just, you wisely, noticed, productive skills. You cannot make something from nothing. All right. You must support and scaffold as much as you can. Okay. So they could have, like someone saying, should they make one sentence including all the adjectives? Or you could have shorter sentences. This depends on what you want to practice. Uh, apples are crunchy, apples are tasty, apples are sweet. I mean, now you've got 3 sentences, haven't you? Or I like apples because they're sweet. So recycle and extend. So, if you say, I like apples, simple sentence. I like apples and oranges. Okay. I like apples, but I don't like oranges. I like apples because they're sweet. You see, you start with your I like, and then you recycle the I like and extend, okay? But providing scaffolding. Please do not stand on my laptop, thank you. Thank you. There are two kittens bounding around. One is Jafar, or Gafar, and the other is Mishmish. And they decide they keep wanting to join us. I think they think that they are teacher trainers. Thank you. All right. Do not step on the keyboard, though. All right. So have a look at the. Sorry to run, because time is always our enemy. Okay. So very good point. All right. So another example of a sentence level activity. See, art is very good. This is a very famous artist from way, way back, a French artist called Rousseau, who used to paint pictures of Tahiti. He was famous for doing this. But he painted a lot of pictures of green things. So tell me what you can see in the picture. Start with the simple things. Are you in my bag? I hope everybody can see the picture clearly. Don't do that, thank you. Ah, nice. Okay. Yep. Good. Very nice indeed. Mm-hmm. Good. Good stuff. Can you stop killing everything? Thank you. Very nice indeed. All right. So a good range of vocabulary coming out. We've got yes. Very good indeed, Asra. Yes. Yes. So they said bushes and jungle. Very nice as well. And Maggie started with a forest full of monkeys. So you made your first sentence. Oh, excuse me. Do not kill the lights. Thank you. Okay. So now, okay, let's go to the monkeys. Okay, very good. Hi, May. So I can see a monkey. What about what the monkeys are doing? So can we make sentences about the monkeys? You know, what are the monkeys doing? So we got a monkey is very nice, Ibrahim. Yes. We do have two types of monkeys there, don't we? I think one is oh, thank you. Yes. Can we have specific sentences? So, you know, a monkey is verb ing, for example. Hmm. Using one of my wonderful books. They might well be, Ibrahim. But okay, so very good. Lubna's got a sentence out. She's a monkey is she said an orange monkey is sitting. Good. Rana had one, is sitting in the garden. Uh, very nice, Summer, hanging on a branch. Yes, could have. So we could get some more vocabulary out of this, couldn't we? Like swinging, okay, sitting. I think one of the monkeys is sitting on a stone or something, on a rock. Yes, two monkeys are. Are they climbing trees or swinging in the trees? Very good. That's swinging and chilling about. Yes. Maybe we should just give them a shisha and they can enjoy life. Yes. I'm sure they'd have a great time. Okay, Gina. Yes, very nice indeed. Amen. Yeah, both of you came out with that. Nice. Okay, so we're building up sentences. They might well be contemplating life and thinking, life is good. All we have to do is swing around and have fun all day. Okay. And there's a different type of monkey, isn't there? As you said, so there's a black and white monkey. What's the black and white monkey doing? Nice. Rubbing his head. Yes, good. Very nice indeed. Okay. So here what you're doing now is you're developing your ideas into sentences, aren't you? Whereas if you come back to, oh, if you tell the students, I want you to write 3 sentences using adjectives or blah, 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 then the students are going to go, but if you have a picture, it doesn't have to be art. I just like using art wherever possible because it's often a nice way to introduce children to different types of, different genres of art. And it shouldn't be something where people think, oh, it's something special because art is supposed to be for everybody. Okay. Yes. Nejwa. So true. Well, sometimes if you're teaching small children, it feels like dealing with a jungle of monkeys, doesn't it? Very nice indeed. Yes. And very nice description, Salma. You see, you already started to develop your paragraph. So now we've got, sentences coming together. So we can stay at the sentence level. A monkey is sitting on a rock, 2 monkeys are swinging in the trees. There are some flowers, there are some white flowers. Oh gosh, yes, Ibrahim, yeah, you can go full dogma on this. I mean, actually, you see, back in the old days, we used to do this all the time, where before it was called that. We just didn't know that it had a name back in the 80s and 90s. We used to just take things into class and then develop a lesson from it. So you could have a great time with this. Art is very, very good for dogma type lessons. So yeah, sure. Because we can go from the sentence level, we can develop a text. You can even get your students, writing. If you want to make it even more engaging, you can get the students to write 2 true sentences and 1 false sentence, and they can, depending on your classroom, they can put them on the desks or stick them on the walls with this photo in the background, and they have to walk around and try to find the false sentences. Yes, it was the golden era. Well, in the 80s, because we didn't have much material, there weren't many teachers' resource books, so we had to make everything ourselves. So we were more creative in those days. So a lot of our lessons were dogmen. We just didn't know it was called that until Mr. Thornbury came up with that amazing term. So yeah, those are the days. And we didn't have pacing schedules. Happy days. But things change. So very easy thing to do. Yeah. So again, what about this activity? Is it sufficiently engaging? Is it doable in class? Is there anything else we can do with it? Can we adapt it? Please feel free to add your ideas to the chat box. Yes. Well, this is a good question, isn't it, Lubna? Should they do it at home? I mean, I think with writing tasks, they often do get completed at home. That's not saying that that's a bad thing because it isn't. I think it's good to start the writing task in class and then they can finish it at home because just like this session, time is always the enemy. Teachers are always rushing against time. So, we need to be realistic. It's not a sin if you finish the writing task at home, and this actually gives them more time to write. And they're not being rushed, are they? Because in class, we're also like, okay, you've got to write 3 sentences in 10 minutes, and your students are like, panicky, panicky, panicky. But this way, they can develop their ideas. They can do this as a brainstorm in groups. They can do this on their own. I think it's quite nice to start collaboratively. I mean, I would certainly, when I do it, I brainstorm lots of ideas as a class. And I don't see anything wrong with putting the students in groups and then creating, generating more ideas and then let them work alone. For example, for the true false activity, then I say, okay, now you can, actually, it would be the first step to identifying a paragraph, but because to identify parts of a paragraph, you have to provide the paragraph first, don't you? So they have to, but it can go two ways. If you're sort of building up to a paragraph, yeah, okay. Okay, see you, Ibrahim. Thanks for dropping by. Okay. Because we're at sentence level at the moment, but we could then build it up to a paragraph. So absolutely, these things can go several ways. I hope I'm showing you sort of activities that are generative, in that they can be developed, right? So we can go on to the paragraph level if we want, or we can stay at the sentence level, depending on the linguistic level of our students and their writing capabilities. Yeah. So it's a whole load of things. Yeah. Well, group work and pair work is very good for generating ideas, but then at the end of the day, they do have to learn to write on their own as well. So, but preparation, because the pair and the group work is scaffolding, isn't it? That's your support, because not everybody has ideas. This is the problem with productive skills lessons sometimes. As I'm always saying, don't ask the students to produce something from nothing. There has to be something, there have to be some ingredients in the pot. You can't bake anything or cook anything without ingredients, right? So you've got to stir all the ingredients up or put them all together in order to create. And it's a bit like, it's very much like that when you're teaching writing. And some people are great at ideas, like some of you are very good at cooking, right? I mean, you can cook just through, instinct. You put a bit of this, okay, a bit of cumin, a bit of salt. But other people, they need a recipe. I don't. I cook through, by instinct. But when it comes to baking a cake, you have to have a recipe. So you have to follow step by step. And some people are like that too. So they need lots of ideas. But I think with this, you can do this with many age groups. So I think there are many possibilities. So you decide. All righty. One more sentence activity. Some of you have seen me do this before. These are sentence flap books, very old. We used to do these when we were kids. So if they were writing sentences, it could be from this picture here or any other sentence task that you've been practicing in class. So basically, you get lots of A4 paper and you staple it. Of course, you must put some tape on the back so the children don't hurt themselves, right? And then you cut. You can have 3 or 4 depending on the level of your students. All right. So here we go. So this is based on a story. So I've got Susan is happy because, so okay. And then I can put some words. So for example, here's one. Susan is happy because she likes jumping. Is that a good sentence? Just making sure the connection's working because it's gone a bit quiet. Okie dokie, good. Okay. I believe that is true. Susan is happy. Susan, okay, here you go. Susan is sad because she likes jumping. Is that a good sentence? Susan is sad because she likes jumping. Exactly. Doesn't make sense, does it? All righty. So with these flat books, this is a great way to get kids writing. So they can put, you decide on the content in terms of, what you're focusing on. Okay? And you can start this in class. You can leave some of the pages blank, okay? So the students can add more. You start them off. And of course, because when you're teaching kids, children need something to take away because they are tactile creatures like we all are really, but they they like to have something to take away at the end of the lesson. And this is brilliant because now they can go home and show mummy and daddy, and they can read the sentences to mummy and daddy, especially those parents are like, what am I paying all this money for? Well, there you go, because you know what happens at the end of your lessons. Children go home, mum and dad say, what did you learn at school today? What did you do in class? And they go, nothing, because they usually remember the last 5 minutes, because they played a game or something. Well, they say, oh, we played a game. And the parents are like, well, I paid $10,000 for this. But this way, when they read out their sentences to mummy and daddy, it's like, oh, mashallah, my children are geniuses. Their English is amazing, so very easy to make. You don't need any special equipment. Very basic. It's as old as the hills. It's so old, I used to do it when I was a kid. We used to do it to, you know, entertain ourselves. And if your students are not so good at writing, you can go the pre-literate route. The only word that you write here is I, and then I've got sorry, because of the format, it's a smiley face, and I've got banana at the bottom. So I've got I like bananas, but I'm not using words. Now I'm just using pictures. So I've got a smiley face. In the next flap, I've got a non and I don't have a smiley face, so it's I don't like bananas. All right. So sentence flap books are a great way of helping children develop their sentence writing activities. And because it's very versatile, you can adapt them quite a lot. So lots of things that you can do. So I hope that's usually interesting. Well, indeed, you can get philosophical about it, Yasser. But no need to get too complicated. We're teaching kids. But I'm not going to say it's wrong because it isn't, because there are many possibilities. Okay. Next thing we need to be doing. So we've done a couple of sentence activities. So if we can jump onto our next slide, please, John. And everything is very quiet. Okay. Can I just hold you for a moment? Hello. Hello, pretty. Come with me. Right. I have not run away. But as you can see, a bit of realia. This is sugar. Okay. So say hello. I'll let her escape now. Because now we're going to the next stage. So you've got here sentence level tasks. I've mentioned dinosaur sentences for people who attended previous sessions. If you remember, we had Pronounosaurus, we had Verbosaurus and Nounosaurus with the colors. I'll bring that back one day, don't worry. This is another way of helping children develop sentences. All right, next slide, please, John. Okay, now you understand why I had the realia. Okay. So now we've got another kind of shape poem. I hope you can all see that. Hi, Ramses. So can you see the words in the shape poem? I don't know if we're getting a bit of a lagging here, so apologies in advance. Okay, so which words can you see? Feel free to type the words that you see in the chat box. Nice, okay, good. You don't need to be good at drawing. You can use a computer for this. Nice. Oh, very well noted. Yes. Nice. Good. Very good indeed. Yeah. You can get a template, that, where you could do it yourself. We are teachers. We are not we are English teachers, not art teachers. Excellent. All righty. So, as you can see, you've got lots of words and phrases, yeah? So, obviously now you can develop that into sentences and start building a text, can't you? Um, they can students can draw their own, all right? If you give them a template to work around, they can write their own words and phrases. Very nice. Yes, everybody. I like that. Sits in the sun. Well noticed, Maggie. Yeah. Isra, very observant. Well done. So you've got lots of things here, haven't you? Um, you- they've got lots of phrases. They can start. They can give the cat a name. My cat's name is. She is. He is. He likes, but he doesn't like. So now they can start to write a mini paragraph. Of course, you need to maybe give them some sentence headers. She likes, but she doesn't like. Sometimes she. Okay. So now we can now build up a little paragraph. Yeah. So very easy to do, but just in a different way. So shape poems are, again, like the apple ones. It's just another form of shape poems. Shape poems are very versatile. You can stay at the word level, you can stay at the sentence level, or you can go to the text level. I mean, it takes you all the way through, because once you've got the words, then you can build the sentence, then you can build the text. So now you've got a little paragraph. Right. Now, this is my last job for you. I want you all to grab a piece of paper, if you haven't done so already, and I want you to write numbers on a piece of paper. Nice. 1 to 14. I'm going to write in the chat box here. So numbers 1 to 14. Okay. Write them vertically. So, because we're going to speed through this part, because it's the last one. So make sure you have a piece of paper, because you need to write these. We might just do half of it to give you the idea, just to save time. Let me know when you have your piece of paper. Just write yes in the box. Ooh, it's very quiet. Oh, the kids. Great. Okie dokie. Let's get going. So, number one, it's a person's name. It can be male name or female name. Okay, number two. Number two is the name of a place. It can be a town, a city, it can be a real or whatever. Yes, if your iPad is, if you can write on your iPad, sure. If you've got one of those where you can write with your finger or your, what do you call it, stylus, go for it. So number one and number two are done. So finished. Let's go to number three. Number three is a year. Again, could be a year in the past, in the future, whatever. So like 1960 something, 20, 30, 33, doesn't matter. It's up to you. All right. So now we're up to number three. So now number four is a man's name. So a male name. Okay. So it should be a male name. Oops. Oh, are you killing yourself? Yes, go. All righty. Okay. Number five is a job. Feel free to be creative. Not the usual doctor, lawyer, engineer thing. Have something a bit different. I don't know, an astronaut or something. All righty. So I think now we're up to about 5. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, okay, is a female name. So girl's name, woman's name, whatever you like to call it. Okay. Okay. All right, I'll keep going. So we're going a bit fast, I know. Number 7 is a job. So another one, yes. So if you weren't creative last time, now is your chance. Any kind of job. Could be, doesn't have to be a profession, could be anything. Could be a job that earns a lot of money, or it could not be. Doesn't have to be. Could not be. I can't speak English. It might not be. All right. Number 8 is a color. You choose your color. And number 9 is a color. How's everybody managing? All righty. Number 10 is a number. So any number that comes to mind. The same for number 11. So any number. So 10 a number, 11 is a number. All righty. Number 12 is you need an adjective, but adjectives that describe people. I'll speak English one day. All right. Number 13 is an animal. It can be real or mythical, up to you. And number 14 is a name. So I hope you managed to get most of those. If you need me to repeat any, absolutely fine. Just let me know. Has everybody finished? Oh, well done. Fatma Zahra, yes. Well done. Okay, so you can write finished or done in the chat box if you finished. Okay, because number 11, okay. Number 11, I think, is a number. 10 and 11 were numbers. So, excellent. All right, next slide, please, John. So now, oh, good, lots of you have finished. You can put your words, so look at your list. Now your words will go into this text and see what happens. Maybe you have some interesting results. Oh, sorry. Oh, good. Did anybody have any interesting sentences? Nice. Yes, feel free to write your interesting sentences. I've got red eyes and yellow hair. Very nice summer. How old is your son, Lubna? MashaAllah, that's a big family. Oh, royal blue. Green hair, nice. Oh, nice. You're Tom in Italy. I was born in Italy. Oh, I like that. A pet dragon, very Game of Thrones. Nice one, Hussein. It's called Jack. Okay, not uh, no mythical names. Incubator. You see, you got some good sentences there. Oh, nice. I would like a pet elephant. I think they're cute. Oh, and a pet camel, also nice. 14, 12 brothers, 2 sisters, nice. I think some of you are trying to have football teams. Lovely. Very nice indeed. Okay. Well, as we're coming towards the end, uh, I hope that you thought that that was an enjoyable activity. Hmm. Oh, nice. So we had sensible sentences. Okay, so is this easy to use in class? Oh, sorry, my glasses are flying off. Hmm. Yes, I mean, and Ahmed Mohammed asked about this earlier about helping students write paragraphs. This is a very simple way of helping students build a text because it's very, very scaffolded. So yes, it works well. And you can do this with teenagers as well. You know, it's amazing. I've even done it with adults. You just need a list of things. That's all you need. Nothing more. I mean, it came from a children's book, but it works with all kinds of ages and levels, and you can make it as complicated as you want. You know, this is a very simple one, um, and you can use more sophisticated grammar. And you've basically provided a gapped text, a scaffolded text. So now the students can just put their funny words in and, and then it gives them the courage to write their own paragraphs because now they've created their own model. Yes. Oh, very nice, Maggie. Brilliant. I like the pink hair, Maggie. And 7 brothers and 10 sisters. Wonderful. Good. Hussein's used it before. Yes, it works really well with adults. Adults usually have a good sense of humor for this. So, it works with kids, works with adults. Anybody that can write words can then put them into that text. All right. So to finish off, the next slide, please, John. So I just want you to think of any of the writing tasks this evening. Okay, so we did shape poems and silly dictation. And the next slide, please, John. Thank you. So anything that you thought was useful? Your cat is Mary. That's so cute. Okay. So anything that you thought was useful today, please let me know for planning for next time. Let's stop fighting, please. Sorry, there are 5 cats in my living room at the moment. My cat hotel. So we had, the word idea at the beginning with the painting, then we had the sentences, we had the sentence flap. So the cat's shape poems, good. Okay. And then we had this one, which is silly dictation. The last one was a silly dictation because we dictate the prompts. Okay, good. I think Layla is another cat lady. No fighting, thank you. Great. Okay. So I hope you found it useful that you walked away with a few ideas. Okay. As always, timing is always the enemy. So we're trying to just throw in a few useful activities. Great, thank you, Sama. All righty. So if at least one activity that was useful, that's always good, and 2 is even better. All righty. So we look forward to seeing you. Uh, oh God, I can't speak English today. In one of our later sessions, okay, this will be advertised, um, and we look forward to seeing you then. Have a very nice evening. Thank you very, very much for attending. Thank you for your wonderful participation. Okay, it's been absolutely brilliant. And inshallah, see you soon. Take care. Good night. Oh, yes, thank you. Amen. All righty.